Good morning, everybody. This is Tony Wilkins. I'm reaching out to you out there. I was inspired this morning to come up with a idea where you could get to know me a little better, as well as I could provide you with some skills and tools to make you better with regards to your vocals. A lot of people come to me saying, what can I do to be better at my vocals? Can you teach me? Some part of teaching is a discipline that we all need to maintain as singers. It's almost like creating a better way of life for our bodies. Your vocals, if you use this to make a living, you tend to take better care of it. Most gospel singers only use it when they need it. They never warm up, they never, give attention to the voice until it's time to sing. Most choir directors fall to error because they start rehearsals just teaching all these songs and hammering out the top 40, and they don't train the people to sing, and most of the music that they teach is not conducive for the singers that they have. And so now what we're doing is we're asking them to do something that they have not been taught how to do, and to tell your voice to do something that has not been trained to do. So what we want to do is provide you with some tips. There should be a series of things that maybe you could pass on to someone else, even if it doesn't matter if you are 15 or 45. These will help you. My teacher, when I was in high school, taught us this. Thank God, his name was Bernie Dunlap, and he was a genius. And he would do a thing like this. He would just say, many of y'all from Crenshaw High School, Mr. Dunlap. He affected everybody. He was a character, man. He came to work every day suited up with a suit and tie, and he had his hat on, and if it was raining, he didn't believe in driving or anything like that, so he depended on the rapid transit district at the time. He caught the bus from Wilshire District to Crenshaw High to meet and to teach these inner city children how to sing. And he worked for some of everybody, but he was such a blessing and an inspiration to many of us that we still take on his characteristics and his tools and things that he provided that we did every day. It was not a day that went by that we did not do these exercises. And I believe that they're very key instruments and tools that have made many of us successful recording artists and great singers, and we've been able to pass it along. During the 70s and early 80s, we were very competitive back then. We had many outlets and things that we could do, like the Young Americans, or we could do a contest. And back then you could rehearse at your home for hours and hours, just like the Clark Sisters. Y'all seen the video. By the way, go check out the Clark Sisters movie. It's phenomenal. It will remind you of so many things of where we came from and just how the discipline that the choir director had over the choir. Some part of it was very manipulative, but it was good. I do know that they had those choir directors that would throw shoes at the choir member who was singing flat. And Bernie Dunlap used to slam a chair down, and he would say, "Get it right." And then he would pick up the chair and apologize to the chair. It's pretty funny. But every day he provided an opportunity for us to be better as the forgotten ones, where we had the most talented people at that time. Yeah, yours truly was a witness and a part of that particular time, and it was phenomenal. We got to sing at the Forum in the Laker game. It was not one assembly that I did not participate in. It was very interesting times for us. So yes, I'm just small talking. We're going to call this segment Tea Talks, and I'm going to get a little personal with a few things and even to give you some tools. Now, this again is directed to the choir director and the choir member. Typically, we don't engage with conversation and finding out what's going on with the choir member, or actually what's going on with the director. And let's speak from two sides. The choir director tends to have the responsibility and accountability to the choir member and the musicians, where he supplies all the information, he or she, He or she supplies all the information for the choir. They spend all day preparing, if not all week. Most choir rehearsals are on Thursday, so yeah, you got 4 days since Sunday to prepare for your choir rehearsal at 7 o'clock on Thursday. And people come in and they're tired. They've been working all day. They've been on the phone all day. They're fussing at the kids all day and mad at the husband at night. And they come in with all this aggression and they eat some chocolate. They come to get all pumped up and they come to choir rehearsal and they're antsy and they're ready to go home. And so it makes it hard for the choir director to labor in the things that are necessities for choir members. What are you talking about, Tony? You're just rambling. No, that's not coffee talking. This is facts. We prepare. Some of y'all need lyrics. Some of y'all need your own note. And then you get together and you got to talk to your homegirl next to you and front row, the back row, and just say talk about collard greens and cornbread and how good this, that, and the other was. It had nothing to do with choir. So once you do the meet and greet, now 20 minutes have gone out of your rehearsal. Now the choir director has the hard responsibility to try to get this stuff together with those people that are coming in late. Yeah, you know who you are. You're coming in late and you don't want to do nothing. Hurry up and get it over with. So the director feels all that, but remember, we've been dealing with this all day. We're trying to get this music, get ready, learn the parts, pulling up the song, going over, reviewing it all the way to rehearsal, only to find that y'all don't show up. How about that? And you show up late, and then you show up mad. Yo, what are we going to do with that? So directors, the flip side is the choir's portion, is if the director is not prepared, he has not been working on preparing the parts for the choir all day. Now the choir comes there and they're sitting waiting with an expectation of you to teach them something that they didn't know before they got there. Now you're not prepared. Now they're wasting time because you're not prepared. Let's keep it real. This is tea talk. This is not water cooler stuff. This is tea talk. I'm telling you, it happens. Now you're wondering why they won't sing for you, because you're not prepared. Now the musicians who have been practicing and they have a skill set, they're already marked out their time and may even have a gig after choir rehearsal. So they want to get it over with. All right, so now why don't we rethink how we approach our average choir rehearsal? Be prepared as best you can. Everybody should be accountable to everybody, because the end result is you want to give God your best. You want to give him your all. You want to work in excellence. Your presentation is not just about the song, but it's even standing together, sitting down together, singing with one voice. Most times we have now this new thing that we're introducing where we have the mic singers, and the mic singers are supposed to be the elite and the ones that stand apart from everybody. Sometimes the mic singers don't even know their parts. I'm going to just keep it real. Whose responsibility is that? Is that mine? Is it the choir director? Is it the musician? Whose responsibility is that to select the right singers, to shape the sound of the house? That's everybody's responsibility. Do your homework. Be prepared. Remember that we're not just accountable to one another, but we're accountable to God. And he deserves our best. Why don't you give him your best? That's Tea Talks. We'll get back to you real soon. And be well.